All right, Shalom to elect to Israel, to the hopeful elect to Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, foreign descendants, elected nations, scarecrows, folk on the earth, want to give our praise to Barak, Rawchaa. Barak, Rawchaa. Got to give our praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Name of the Heavenly Father, who everybody normally calls God, his true name in the ancient Hebrew, which is in the lost one, Qadash. His true name is Yahawah. Bahasham means in the name of Yahawashi, is the Holy One of Israel, everybody normally called Jesus Christ. So-called Negro from the tribe of Judah, who was slain at the foundation of the earth for the salvation of the elect of Israel. And you got 2/3 of the wicked Israelites here in America, Babylon the Great, who was slain at the foundations of the earth for the salvation of Israel. You got 2/3 of the wicked Israelites who were scattered across 4 corners of the earth, or 2/3 of the wicked Israelites who were scattered across America, Babylon the Great, and the other wicked Israelites scattered across 4 corners of the earth who will come back to the loins of the elect after the destruction. The Qadash is the Holy Spirit that has been bestowed upon the men, the Heavenly Father that gave his only begotten Son, out of what to complete his work. So we always want to give double honors to those an apostle, great millstone, let us all to this truth. Been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to also part of the elect, to the hopeful elect. Lord, when we be part of that number, Lord, when this be edifying others who fear the name of the Lord, striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah 3:5, it is not slack. 2 Peter 3:9, unto a ring. 2 Ezra chapter 5, verse 42. Shalom, now you should say believers out there tune in here and on after Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Atham. We're going to get into various end-time topic lesson. It says, no notice is taken of a little evil, but when it increases, it strikes your attention. So that's why the Lord has got Esau, even the so-called white man, turning this bitch up. So you can know that you should be paying attention to what is going on the earth. And if you're not, then you're not significant to the opportunity coming to salvation, which is not getting blown up in this bitch or getting destroyed here in Jacob's trouble. So we're going to get into this. Lord wants edifying to the flock. We got not let alone in LA. We've got in Boston these ICE raids. Got a lot of people, got a lot of Jake who are making fun of that and taking that and utilizing it, trying to make it seem like it's not coming after us first. When you look in the history of Israel, the northern tribe was taken down first, and then they came after Jake, came after you so-called Negroes, So that's what's coming next. So don't just think that you're just out of the loophole of them trying to get rid of certain people here, because you got Esau Edom trying to act like he just this guy who just rightfully claimed this place as his own. And you got Jake talking about like, oh well, okay, Jake owned this place at some point, but you got to take it back through force, and if you can't, then don't say nothing about it. Well, guess what? 144,000 elect men come and put you motherfuckers in slavery. All y'all who was talking shit, guess what? Guess the fuck what? Your ass is getting whooped for real. That's what we're telling you. That's what we're telling you. It ain't gonna be no soft ass whooping, okay? For all y'all who was doing all these little memes and making fun of us, and all you Edomites and all you other nations laughing and thinking it's a joke, what we went through as Israelites, we're gonna make sure y'all get it the worst through the spirit and power of Bahasham Yahawashi. So coming back here to these ICE raids, we're gonna watch some of this stuff and see what's going on. Lord stirring the spirits up in the nations of America, Babylon the Great.
California is suing the Trump administration for deploying the National Guard to Los Angeles to confront rioters. And CBS News has learned the Pentagon plans to deploy about 700 Marines to help National Guard members respond to immigration protests.
Also breaking tonight, California union leader David.
Hold on, what they say it was going to do? They said they suing the Trump administration. So this is how we know that this place is divided, man. It's not finna last, man.
Huerta, who's facing a charge that he interfered with ICE, has now been released on bail. His arrest became a rallying cry for union members across the nation,
including union members here in Boston. This was a rally at Boston City Hall. WBZ was there as union leaders and activists called for a change in ICE tactics. Now, that is not expected to happen. CBS News has learned that ICE plans daily operations in Los Angeles, at least for the time being. Thanks for staying with us. I'm Lisa Hughes.
And I'm David Wade. Authorities in LA are bracing for more protests tonight. But those protesters are getting support from people in Boston as well, as WBZ's Louisa Moeller shows us.
Come for one! Free David! Passionate rhetoric flew from the podium at Boston City Hall Plaza as labor union members and their supporters reacted to the fiery scenes playing out on the other side of the country in Los Angeles.
We call on the Trump administration to end any plans to send the military into our streets. The Massachusetts AFL-CIO and the labor movement will be here as long as we need to, peacefully, proudly, and loudly, in the defense of the entire working class.
And that might be Esau or Jake. That woman, she might be Jake too. She might be, that's why she's trying to, look out for Jake. We like we tell you, it's not a skin color thing, man. It's through your seed line. But you got a lot of Edomites trying to take our side too, because like I had that dream. A lot of them is scared because they know Bahasham Yahawashi coming to tear this bitch up. So a lot of them are trying to act like they're on our side too, because they know right now it's the end. It's the end of the civilization of Esau Edom, the so-called white man. And for all y'all who think it's still gonna last, guess what? Your ass is gonna get torn the fuck to shreds. That's what we're telling you. Like, this is, it's not like we're doing this for fun. This is what the Lord ordered us to tell you to what's going on. You know, for the ones who come across our channel.
This rally called for the release of David Huerta, a California leader of the SEIU union who was arrested by ICE while protesting their operations. But it went further, with people in the crowd emotionally reacting to ICE arrests in Massachusetts.
What is the relationship between workers' unions and immigrants?
So a lot of workers that we're calling immigrants are employees at a lot of these major businesses, and they're being snatched up off the jobs.
They are not bad people. They hard work. They have a family. They have a dream.
Mayor Michelle Wu voiced her support for the rally.
It's important not to get bullied out of saying what we see with our own eyes. Secret police do not make communities safer.
But former ICE Boston leader Bruce Folkart says it's that kind of rhetoric that is fueling unrest.
You have to think about officer safety. You have to think about going home to your family, the things that you have to do. And to have, people that are being incendiary with their remarks, both within the news, both within, comments that are being made by politicians, it only exacerbates the situation. It makes things extremely difficult for these professionals. Again,
and you see how Esau Edom, so-called white man, is. He try to use these big ass words like they're just the goddamn victim, and they're not. But they will be real soon. Only you goddamn Edomites out there, you fucking Edomites, are gonna be the victim. Yes, it's gonna get torn up by gods coming in here, so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans coming in this bitch, tearing y'all shit up. You're gonna be the victims real soon. Y'all always trying to play the victims like y'all are just old boo-hoo. Y'all niggas is fucking terrorizing Jake. But soon you're gonna realize that you're gonna get what you're asking for. It's not gonna be from us. We're just the prophets. Hopefully. We hope that the Lord turns us into those men, because we know y'all gonna be damn demons. I've been watching that show what was it called? The Walking Dead. I've been a long time. I've been like thinking like, I might not watch it, but I've been watching it lately. Just went on ahead and went and started watching it. And how y'all Edomites are, I think y'all just gonna torture us and do all this weird shit to us and gonna get away with it. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out, because we're expecting you to. We're expecting you, just like it said in Sirach, the 2nd and 3rd chapter. Y'all gonna try us out, see if we some weenies, and you're gonna find out that the prophets, like the true prophets, you're gonna find out that we really didn't like y'all, man. You're gonna find out in the end we really didn't like y'all, man. We really didn't like y'all. That's what we're telling you. That's what we're telling you. So before I play this video, I want to go into some scriptures, because Job represents the elect. So we're going to go into, even though we're seeing 2/3 of our people deal with this whole ICE thing, he deals with his elect like that too. He actually deals with us more. We end up going through a lot of shit more than what they go through. And we're telling the Lord, like, correct us, man. We actually want correction. The hopeful elect actually want correction. Like, we don't want to just be like doing a bunch of wickedness and just get away with it. Like, we want to be righteous. And that's the difference between us and you motherfuckers out there, man. That's the difference between us. We're actually trying to be righteous out here. We're actually trying to get right with the Most High. And that's why we said Job represents the elect, because that's how he was. He asked the Lord to try him, man. And that's how we're supposed to be. We're supposed to ask the Lord to try us and to see if we're worthy of him, man, worthy of his repentance. Because we want to be worthy. We don't want to do it half-assed. We don't want to make it to where it's like we just barely made it because he just pitied us. And it said he pitied us. Okay, but it said that we're supposed to come to the throne boldly, like, you know, not on no weak shit. Like, we know we fucked up, man, but we want to be righteous. We actually really want to be righteous. Got these people out here, they acting like they Israelites. They do not want to be righteous, man. They actually like being wicked. This is Job chapter 10, verse 14. This is Job speaking. If I sin, then thou markest me, and thou wilt not acquit me from mine iniquity. Right? Verse 15. If I be wicked, woe unto me. Right? Destruction unto me. But Job was a righteous man. He was a devout man. And he was even saying, if I'm wicked, just get rid of me, man. That's how much we love righteousness. If I ain't no good, get the fuck rid of me, man. Okay? We want righteousness to be facilitated in the earth. We really want it to be here. And if I be righteous, yet will I not lift up my head. Still, he was saying, I'm not going to be proud. Even if I am righteous, even if I am doing what's right for the majority of the time, even if I am doing what's right, I'm not going to be proud about it. Because I'm still fucked out here without you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're still screwed without Yahawashi. You know, our righteousness is of him. That's what the scripture says. So we don't have this like lifted up over our head like we're just like better than y'all because we're doing the right thing for Yahawashi. We're boasting in Yahawashi because he's coming to fix us. He's not coming to fix y'all ass. That's what we're saying. That's what we are lifting our head up for and looking in the skies for them chariots. Because he's fixing us. They ain't got nothing to do with us. He just happened to like our ass better than y'all motherfucking wicked ass motherfuckers out here that don't give a fuck about Yahawashi. You know, that's what we're saying. You know, and we hope to be those men and women and children, the elect, you know, that the Lord chose since the dawn of time. He said, I am full of confusion, and this is the very wise man of the Lord. Therefore, see thou mine affliction. Right? He said, just see what I'm going through, Lord. Just you know, keep me in the right path, because even if I am doing right most of the time, I'm still full of confusion. I don't have your wisdom. I need to make sure that I'm on point. That's the hopeful elect. That's how we think. Verse 16, for it increaseth. Right? We're always battling ourselves. We're always battling the world. We're always battling everybody around us, trying to act like we just got to be goddamn perfect all the fucking time. And we're not. We need Yahawashi. We need him to fix us. We not going to be all the way right for y'all. That's why you got to make sure that you're calling on Yahawashi too as a believer. You got to make sure you're doing that. Can't be just always being spoon-fed. You got to stand up for yourself too and boldly stand before Yahawashi. That's men, women, and children. We all have to stand before him boldly. Okay? And know that we got to think like this. This is what Job said these things to Yahawashi for us to understand. Thou huntest me as a fierce lion. Right? That's how the Lord is. He be on our ass, man. He said he will try the elect in the fire. He's on our ass. And again, thou showest thyself marvelous upon me. Right? He shows us his works. He shows us that he's not playing, man. Okay? Verse 17, thou renewest thy witness against me. Right? Which is basically going into reincarnation. Like saying, like, just you know, every time you come back here, he lets you know that, like, you're in trouble, okay? You're in trouble, bro. We're not out of this yet. and increases thine indignation upon me. Changes in war are against me. There has never been no war that has been to benefit you so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans in this place. And if you think it is to benefit you, you're already dead. You're already dead. You're already dead, man. There's nothing here. There's no type of wars here in this planet that are to benefit us other than Yahawashi coming down from the clouds, man. Everything else is to not be at our benefit. So why is Jake signing up for the military? Why is Jake going and signing up for Esau, so-called white man? Because he's fucking lost. He doesn't get it. Okay? That's why you see us not doing that, man. Over here. The hopeful elect. We're not doing that, man. And you got some brothers that did sign up for the military. You got some brothers that did. You know, but once they came in the truth, they got out of there, man. They got out of there. Because it's not for us. These wars are not meant to help us. They're meant to destroy us. Verse 18, wherefore, when hast thou brought me forth out of the womb? Oh, that I had given up the ghost and know how I had seen me. But basically, he was saying the same thing Jonah was saying. He was like, why don't you just, man, why don't you just get rid of me, man? Like, fuck this. But just like Paul said, he said it's better for us to be here. To what? Serve Israel. And he's not bringing no pussy-ass men to serve Israel. He's bringing the real ones. That's why we're here. Even though sometimes we tell the Lord, man, I wish I wasn't even fucking here. Most of Israel don't even listen with their dumb ass. Verse 19, I should have been as though I had not been. I should have been carried from the womb to the grave, right? He was like basically saying, I'm hoping I was shit. You should have just had, Eve have a miscarriage in me, or whatever woman had me just had a miscarriage and just me just die. But that's not what the Lord had in plan for us. He told us to come tell you what the fuck's going on while we suffering this bullshit. You want to fucking keep talking to us like we're all best friends and we're happy to be here with you. No, fuck that. We're only happy here to be with you if you're of the hopeful elect. Other than that, fuck y'all. That's what we're saying in our spirit at all times. And we act like we're your friend or whatever and be nice to you. But no, one day you're going to realize, especially Esau, even so-called white man, we never liked your fucking ass. And we never will. We are like Yahawashi. We will always hate your fucking ass. And you can quote it, put it down, write it down, give it to AI. Let them fucking put it in a book because we got it in this one, in the New Testament and the Old Testament. Verse 20. Right? Well, we ain't going to even go that far. We're going to go back here. I just wanted to read a little bit of the scriptures before I get back into what's going across Texas as well. Not just LA. We got shit going around Texas, Boston, and over there. So on the last couple of days, we've got 3 places.
Anti-ICE protests are erupting across Texas. Hundreds of protesters gathered for hours in downtown Dallas. They're speaking out against ICE raids happening across the country. Dallas police called the march an unlawful assembly last night.
Right, and we gonna also send up prayers to all the brothers in Dallas, all the brothers in Boston, all the brothers out there in LA. Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha. Yahawashi, keep them brothers safe, man. You know, and he has. We've definitely been also trying to see what we can do to contribute to brothers as well, because we love brothers, man. We hope that they okay, man. We care about Yahawashi and our family, man. So I'm glad that we haven't heard any kind of trouble coming across our brothers, man. Because we out here teaching, man. I seen that building. I went the fuck out there and seen that green building. You know? So The water Bahasham Yahawashi, our brothers and elders and apostles are safe out here, man. We continue to pray for them, and we're going to continue to pray for them. You know?
And began deploying pepper spray and smoke to clear the crowd. In Austin, there were also large crowds marching and protesting over the weekend. Texas DPS says 4 people were arrested after a protest at the Capitol last night. Tear gas and pepper balls were used to maintain order. An ICE spokesperson sent us a statement about this that reads in part, quote, ICE respects the constitutional right of people to peacefully protest. However,
whatever. Y'all didn't peacefully protest when y'all came out here and fucking killed the Gadites, the so-called Native Americans, and took all their shit. Whatever, man. The constitutional rights. No, we don't have no constitutional rights, Jake. All we have is Bahasham Yahawashi. And until you understand that, you're going to keep getting fucking bamboozled by Esau, even so-called white man. You're going to keep getting fucking bamboozled by this dumbass. And the reason why we call him a dumbass, because he doesn't understand who he's dealing with. He thinks he does. The Lord made him where he's like, you know, what's the word? He's intelligently fucking retarded. That's what I gotta say about it. Like, if you ever heard of an intelligent retard, that is Esau, Edom, so-called white man. You so smart, you able to make you a artificial birthright, but you're fucking retarded because the Lord is going to destroy all that shit. And the Lord made him do that. That's his job. That's what the Lord made him do. So that's what the Lord made him do. He made him retardedly retarded. You know? Wisely retarded. He balanced him out where he thought he would know what was fucking going on. Yeah, it's going to get pilled, okay? Okay? Out of this fucking planet forever. This Isaiah chapter 52, verse 3. For thus saith the Lord, Bahasham Yahawashi, ye have sold yourselves for naught. Right? We've been put in this position of slavery, and ye shall be redeemed without money. So we know that in the end of it all, even all this torment that we go through, like Job said, he said, I'd rather not even be here. Well, he told Isaiah to tell us that we're going to be redeemed, even though we're screwed here. We're going to be redeemed. That's the faith. And the Lord's going to make them pay, Jake. He's going to make them pay. This Revelation chapter 18, verse 6, reward her even as she has rewarded you. That's talking about America, Babylon, and Great. And double unto her, double according to her works. Revelation 13:10 said, he who leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Who put us over here in captivity, and now they trying to be like we illegal aliens trying to kick us out? Esau, even so-called white man. And they're going to get double whatever. So keep running up the tab, Esau. You know what? That's what Esau's doing right now. He think that he's really like, you know, making the Lord feel some type of way, but you literally using him to punish the Jakes that he don't like. So keep on being wicked as hell to most of these damn Jakes, man. And it's just starting with Ephraim and Issachar and them. Okay, Ephraim is the so-called Puerto Ricans. You know, Ephraim. You know, and then you got, you know, the Issacharites with so-called Mexicans. Go ahead and just inflict all you want to inflict on them Israelites, even though the Lord don't love them right now. They're still the apple of his eye. He just don't love them right now because they don't want to repent. Because they can't repent. The Lord put it in their spirit not to. So Esau Edom can do his job. Fuck their ass up. So keep doing that because you're going to pay for all that. You're going to get rewarded double. That's going to be your reward. And I remember I seen on Facebook, they be trying to do this racist shit. Like they had this one white dude, he had this super big ass fucking whip. And he tried to slash it on the ground, and then it showed Jake like picking the cotton real fast and looking at him and shit. Like they be doing funny ass shit like that in their mind, they be thinking that shit funny as hell, like little jokes and shit. Well, guess what? In your next lifetime, we're gonna have whips better than that. That motherfucker go whoop on your ass. Some of y'all ain't gonna even get to work. Some of y'all just gonna be fucking getting your ass whooped, and you ain't gonna get to work. You just gonna get your ass whooped. We're gonna tell your son to work for us. You motherfuckers, you goddamn demons. Fuck y'all, man. We're just about done with everything we gotta say. The Lord's finna wrap this up real soon, man. You goddamn demons is gonna pay for everything that you did here. So continue. Okay? Continue what you think what you're not gonna pay for. Keep on. Double unto her according to her works, in the cup which she had filled to her double. Right? This abomination, this abominable planet of Esau, even so-called white man, this abominable philosophy of how he thinks that judgment should be done. Verse 7, how much have she glorified herself and lived deliciously, right, off our slavery? So much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, which means her mind, I said as a queen, I am no widow and see no sorrow. Yeah, well, you will. You will real soon. Verse 8, therefore shall her plagues come in one day. And we know a day is 1,000 years to the Lord. So that's all we're seeing over this last 1,000 years since Yahawashi was crucified. We're seeing the fall of Esau, even so-called white man. They're not as strong as they were in the time of World War II. World War III, they're looking real weak, man. And they're divided. So death and mourning and famine, and she shall utterly be burned with fire. Talking about America, Babylon the Great. For strong is the Lord Yahawashi, who judgeth her. Right? We strong over here. And really us as the prophets, this is the least amount of power that you are going to witness of Yahawashi, us teaching you. Once he turns that switch on, and all the brothers is alive, I'm talking about immortal, the brothers that said 144,000 elect, we hope we are that number. You ain't gonna be no more of this talking to y'all, man. We're not gonna be talking to you. You can get your ass body slammed in this bitch. You can get your ass took out. Because we told you. We've been waiting for that day, man. The day of vengeance is in Yahawashi heart. You don't think his men think that all day? That's all we think all day. Smashing you niggas to fucking pieces in this bitch. That's all we think. Until then, we're just going to chill. We're just going to go to work. We're going to be outstanding citizens to the best of our abilities and work and do our job and whatever. But as soon as you bet, hey, Lord, give me spiritual powers right now. I'm going to be out here DDTing niggas. I'm not going to be out here talking to y'all no more. That's what I'm saying as a man. I turn into Goku. I'm fucking whooping ass. That's all we're thinking about over here. We're thinking about that and salvation, because that is salvation. Getting to get out of here and whoop ass. That is part of the salvation. He said he was going to do that. That's prophecy. He said he was going to let his men whoop ass. That's what we believe in, man. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? That's what we believe in. It's twofold. Salvation is ass whooping. That's part of it. As you as a man, as a prophet, you got to be hoping for that too, that you can whoop ass, because that's part of us. Okay. Judges executing judgment. We're hoping the Lord allows us to execute judgment too. So this right here, it says Northern Irish police say people in fear of lives after second night of rioting. So they're rioting over there too. So, and really when you go into Irish, a lot of our people are over there too. Okay. When you go into that word Iris, it goes into the dark lands. But, Esau, Edom is taking that name and try to name themselves that too. Okay. So that's why the Lord's got rights over there, because Esau's over there and Jake's over there. Okay. And the whole earth is out of course, man. It says at least 7 people have died and school children have swept away as floods and snow hit South Africa. That's not normal. This happened like Tuesday, okay? Like, this is definitely Bahasham showing you the earth is out of course. Okay, that's why we got that big ass dust ball coming over here in America, Babylon the Great at the same time. And then in South Africa, it's snowing right now. It's killing people. Because the earth is out of course, man. The earth is out of course for the Lord to show you this is not a game right now. It's not usually like that over there. Okay, right now, it's supposed to be summertime. Okay, hold on real quick. Let me pull this up. Because it's acting like that's not the chapter, and it is. It's Psalms 82. I done put Psalms 82 on there. They trying to act like it's not on there, so now I gotta go pull it up over here and bring it over here. Hold on. It's going slow.
Yahawashi, Rawchaa.
Hold on. I'll tell you, them videos Adam and Natazak be doing, man, ain't gonna even be compared to what we get to see, man. And he got some good videos. I like them. It's Psalm chapter 82, verse 1, a song of Asaph. The Most High, which is talking about Yahawah, standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He judgeth among the gods, right? Gods. So that means that there's more than one God. There's gods, okay? Which is talking about his men, those 144,000 elect men that he put in Revelation, the 7th chapter, though they're gods. Some of them are on the planet right now. Some of them, the majority of them are. And guess what they think like? They think like Yahawashi. Guess what they're thinking? As soon as we get the chance on you motherfuckers, man. As soon as we get the chance, we're bringing forth judgment on this place, man. We're bringing forth judgment on this place. As soon as we get the chance. If he gives us a chance before the missiles hit, motherfuckers going to be getting dealt with here. Okay? And if he makes us go to, into the chariots, as it says, and wait, but we know that some brothers is going to get spiritual powers before we get in the chariots. Those brothers, it's going to be whooping ass to protect the hopeful elect. Okay? Protecting the honorable multitude. They're going to be whooping ass because they're going to have to. It's going to be so much wickedness out here. I'm over here watching The Walking Dead, and they shit is bad. Think about Yahawashi talk about he was going to spawn all different types of demons and all types of stuff on the earth that's not even been here. You're going to need spiritual power if you want to be able to protect anybody in that time. It said the mighty men shall cry bitterly. I have no idea, man. You have no idea what you're dealing with. You unbelievers. That's what we saying. Even us as believers, we don't even know what we're dealing with all the way. Verse 2, how long will ye judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked? Right? Selah, right? You've been letting them get away with it. They've been being wicked. They've been just out here, just ICE coming out here, doing all this weird ass shit. Right? Coming and beating Jake, arresting Jake, for trying to fight for our people or whatever. You know, whatever we was trying to do right, Black Wall Street, they just out here just doing whatever. Lord's giving favor to them because he ain't judged them yet. So how long are you gonna let them get away with it? Time's almost up, man. Defend the poor and the fatherless, right? Because we was without Yahawashi for a time. Do justice to the afflicted and needy, right? What's that justice? Salvation and vengeance. Salvation and vengeance go in the hand. Okay, it's like inhaling and exhaling. We can't get salvation without vengeance. Okay, you can't free us out of the hands of our enemies and be like, all right, well, we're just gonna let our enemies be like, oh no, they're gone and nobody gets their ass whooped. Come on, no, they're getting their ass whooped. Okay, they're getting their ass whooped. Deliver the poor from the needy, rid them out of the hand of the wicked. Who's the wicked? Esau, even so-called white man. Verse 5. They know not, neither will they understand. They'll never understand the retarded, the intelligent retardedness that these put in them. They'll never understand really what we understand. That's basically what the Lord's saying. Like, they will never understand that your ass is through. Okay? Really, when it comes down to it. That's what the main thing you never gonna understand until the Lord burn y'all asses to fucking smithereens in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like like you'll never understand righteousness. You'll never understand true judgment. Like you'll be like, why is this happening to us? And y'all try to be all on some, some soft ass, tender shit. But then you're gonna have them Esau Edoms. That's not like that. They're going to be like to the death. Like they're just going to be demons till they get burned alive. They're going to always hate Jake. That's how the Lord made him. But you got your weak Edomites too. That's why you got your six-pack Joe Edomites out here. They're like, well, we just love black people. Like, because y'all niggas just weak. Y'all the weak Edomites. Our battle is really against strong Edomites. The ones that like really done captivated Jake's mind to be fucking wicked. Okay, those are the ones we really talking to. That's why you never see one of them pull up at a camp, and even though they got all that military and power and stuff and all that stuff, they out there turning in their damn fucking room, fucking have nightmares about us because they know that we're not playing, and we've been getting our ass whooped by them for a long time. They know this is the last time, man. They're not as dumb as they think. That's what I said. They're intelligently retarded. They're not stupid, but they're stupid. Okay. Neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. It's out of course, man. That's why you got right here damn snow in South Africa 1 day ago. Okay. Because they're fucking up everything. They're fucking up everything, man. Here's another one. Everything's out of course. They keep trying to do all this technology, and it's not working, man. It says thousands harmed and 87 dead after NHS equipment failures in England. And England is going into Great Britain, basically the place that made this place. So they got 87 dead on equipment failures. So they talking about bringing in MOTB, right? It's probably more than 87. Like, it's probably more than 87 people that have died from this equipment failures. The Lord is disappointing the devices of the crafty, man. Job 5:12, man. And he is doing it in real time. All these people who's trusting in Esau, even the so-called white man. And who's the main one? Who's the main one that's trusting in Esau, even the so-called white man? Who's the one? Eve, right? This one is Eve. And when we talk about Eve, we talking about the so-called black woman, not you women out there that actually are Judite women that you are a so-called black woman, but you're not because you've been born again and you're in the truth. And you're one of the sincere sisters who were like trying to, serve one of us. We're not talking about you. We're talking about the ones that are just like out here being so-called black women, okay? Because they're saying stuff like this. If you're not saying stuff like this doesn't apply to you. It says, hand me to the nearest so-called white man. Woman sparks outrage after saying in viral video she prefers white bosses. Look at her. Look at her. That's Eve. There she is. She got a little shades on. She the shit. She got a little black dress on. Her titties probably saggy as shit out there on the beach. And it's a whole bunch of Jakes out there. You don't even see Edomites out there. So even though she's like in this mindset of like, you know, cheerleading for Esau, Edom, so-called white man, he looks at her as a toy. He ain't even with her. He like, bitch, go chill over there. You ain't gonna be with us. You gonna be with these niggas. Oh man, Eve is a piece of work, man. And that's what y'all get, man. Because y'all go down to America for help. You go down to Esau, Edom for help, man. But the Lord said y'all was gonna do that. We're gonna go with the simple one. Isaiah 31 verse 1. We know this one. Hopefully, we know this one. Isaiah 31 verse 1. Woe, which means destruction, to them that go down to Egypt for help. Where's Egypt? That's talking about here today. That's what it's talking about. You know, it's talking about now. Okay, because in the time of Isaiah, we had already been out of Egypt. Okay, so it's talking about here now. Spiritually, Sodom and Egypt, as it says in Revelation 11 verse 8. You gotta have, you gotta have the eye salve, as it says in Revelation 3:18. You have to have the eye salve. You have to be able to see in the spirit that it's not talking about old Egypt. It's talking about the new Egypt, which is here. Okay, this is Jake's new bondage. Isaiah 31 verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. Right? They be like, give me the next Esau, Edom to run my life. Right? And Eve be the main one running that shit and doing that. And stay on horses, talking about their military power. And trust in chariots, they planes and all that military power, because they are many, right? And in horsemen, because they are very strong. They look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. And how do you seek the Lord? How are you able to even understand who Yahawashi is? Just like we said yesterday, what he say? What we say? Right? What we say? The only sign you getting is the prophet Jonas. You're only getting us as the sign. So if you're not looking at us as the only way to seek Yahawashi, the prophets, then you are not looking unto the Holy One of Israel. You're not looking at Yahawashi, because he sent us. The only reason why, when we talked about yesterday, Jonas, when he went to Nineveh, the only reason why they started getting right is because he showed up and told them what they needed to know. They didn't know right from wrong. That's why when he was like, having this whole all in his feelings about the gorge, the tree that he put on, he said it died in a day, and he was like, how so? Like, man, like, I'd rather just die. Like, fuck this shit. Basically, he was like, man, what the fuck? Like, you just bringing shit to life and killing it like that in a day. And he was like, well, you feel sorry for this damn tree. You feel sorry for this damn shade and feel so sorry for you. How about these 120,000 people over here in Nineveh that repented? You gonna feel sorry for them? That's how it was. He was trying to teach them a lesson, like, and that's how we've learned to be judges, by not using our emotions, man. We don't use our emotions. We tell you what it is, and you either gonna make it or you gonna drown. That's it. That's what these lessons to teach us as disciples, which means students in this time, to be able to understand, like, you cannot do this with emotion. That's why women ain't supposed to be teaching, man. You out here trying to teach with emotion, your ass is gonna get destroyed. Okay? You're gonna go down Esau eating white, so-called white man that, you know, those feelings, man, all them feelings and shit, man. Like, he gonna try to hit you with that therapist shit. You gonna have your ass out here trying to feel like he the victim. Here you go right here. As in the Bible, Charlie Kirk rants links protests to replacement of whites. So we're going into this whole ICE thing, right? I want to point out some things because he says, as it says in the Bible. So now you got these Edomites out here talking about trying to use the Bible, right? Well, we're going to use it. We're going to use it on your ass. So you think you know what the fuck you talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. He said, right-wing influencer Charlie Kirk linked to anti-ICE protests in Cali to a theory that white people, so-called white people, are being replaced in the United States. And ultimately, we don't give a fuck about America Babylon the Great. Okay, the Lord is going to destroy this place. Okay, so whatever you feel like here, we don't give a shit. You finna get replaced, period. Okay, so whatever your little theory is, you're halfway right. Okay, the scriptures say you're getting replaced, period. Okay, you're not gonna even get replaced. You're just gonna get deleted. Ain't nobody gonna replace you and be the wicked. There's just not gonna exist anymore. There's not gonna be a wicked on the planet. It's just gonna be people who are what? Holy, which means separate. And then you're gonna have the ones who are, you know, heathens, who are sinners and gotta fucking die and come back and reincarnate and do your shit. And you're not gonna remember your past life. Because that's the law. So it says in Ecclesiastes 1 verse 11, we'll remember who the fuck you are. You won't remember unless we put you in remembrance. Okay? Fuck. We gonna be running your shit forever. All you motherfuckers out there, it's not Israel. If you didn't know. So they being replaced in the United States, right? America, Babylon the Great. They all hate Christendom, right? They think they're the Christians. They're just so Christendom. You motherfuckers done went in and raped and pillaged and did all types of shit. Now y'all the Christians now. Fuck out of here. Kirk said protesters on Monday podcast, they hate Western civilization, and we do. We are from the East. Okay, why do you think even me living in Oklahoma, in my town, I stayed living on the east side. And you know, the west side, I lived there a couple times, and I was like, fuck this. I went back to the east side, man. We from the east. They hate what we have built. This is a global movement of freaks, right? That's another byword, right? They call us spooks, wetbags, porch monkeys, savages. That's what they call us here. Okay, as Israelites. That's basically for you so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians. That's what they call us. Niggers, all that shit. Right? Now they want to be like, oh, that's just too sensitive for online. Well, tell that to that tree that you done hung Jake on and burnt his ass on fire. It ain't going to be too sensitive for that tree that's probably sitting down the street that's 400 years old, and y'all done hung Jake on that bitch 300 years ago. It's not going to feel no type of way about what the fuck y'all did. It's a witness against you niggas. So this is what he said. I think Trump should fully deploy the military in the streets, he insisted. Do it and do it fast. We're not going to allow Floyd A. Pelosi to happen again. Civilization is on the line. And you know what? We're agreeing with you on that part. Just send the military in. Come in like a flood. Do everything. Do everything you can, E. Pull up, man. So Yahawashi can pull up. The quicker you pull up, the quicker we get to go home. Now, one thing I want to point out, because he talked about, oh, well, we want to talk about the Bible, right? He's like, oh well, the Bible says, well, you know what it says about y'all niggas? It says that all y'all done was heap together all these damn nations and put them as slaves under y'all. So my whole thing is like, what's the point? What's the point of making it seem like we're just crazy as fuck and you brought us here? Like y'all put us in here. These are the customs of the Esau Edom. Now everybody like, get them illegals out of here. Okay? But this is what he said was going to come after us, man. This is Habakkuk chapter 1, verse 5. Behold, ye among the heathen, right? Among the heathen, which means what? The Israelites. He's talking to us. Okay? And regard and wonder marvelously. For I will work in your days, which ye shall not believe, though it be told you. And the majority of our people are like that. We tell 2/3 of our people here in America, Babylon the Great, other wicked Israelites across the four corners of the earth, we tell them, and they do not believe it. Okay, we believe it. That's why we're teaching it. Verse 6, for lo, I will raise up the Chaldeans. Okay, and we know the Chaldeans was the last stronghold of old Babylon. They were heavy into witchcraft. So basically now America is considered as the Chaldeans, the last stronghold of Esau, even so-called white man. That's what it's talking about. So he raised them up, right? After it talked about in Revelation, the devil that was cast into the prison, Satan was cast into the prison 1,000 years, right? That's talking about the Western Roman Empire falling, okay? And then the Eastern Roman Empire, which is all Jakes, running shit for 1,000 years, which they call the Dark Ages, because we were running shit. But really, when you look it up and you know, in the history, it's called the Byzantine Empire. And then they came out after that, 1400s, 1500s. They came back out of the caves to deceive the world, right? He raised them up. That's what it's saying over here in Habakkuk. That's what it's saying. He's going to raise them up. These last stronghold of Esau, and they said that he would dwell for a short time. He would rule for a short time. That's this time. And it's almost up. Because we seeing them doing dumb shit. Stupid, smart shit. That bitter and hasty nation which shall march through the breadth of the land to possess the dwelling places that are not theirs. So that's where they got, you got in Africa, the Roman who took over that, his last name was Africanus. Amerigo Vespucci took over America. Those are all Edomites. Those are the lands that were not theirs. Now they trying to tell us ICE is coming to take us the fuck out. See? They're trying to say fucking ICE is coming to take out Issachar. Coming to take out fucking Ephraim. Right? But it's not even belong to them. Right? They are terrible and dreadful. Verse 7, their judgment and their dignity shall perceive to themselves. Verse 8, their horses are also swifter than the leopards. And when you go into the leopards, you know, when you go look into Alexander the Greek, which he was an Edomite, Alexander the Great is what y'all call him. We call him Alexander the Greek. He had a leopard coat. Okay, he used to wear a leopard coat. Okay, that's why that's going back to the Greeks, and are more fierce. They're more fierce than the Greeks, and are more fierce than the evening wolves. And their horsemen shall spread themselves, and their horsemen shall come from far, and they shall fly as the eagle that hasteth to eat. What's the mascot of America, Babylon the Great? Goddamn eagle. Verse 9, they shall come for violence. So what's these motherfuckers talking about? Liberty and justice for all. Right? Try to tell us every day in school that bullshit. Their faces shall sup up as the east wind. They shall gather the captivity as the sand. What's that? You so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans. They went and came and got all our ass and put us over here. Now they want to talk about we need to get out of here. Well, too late. You already brought too much us in here, and that's why you got Jake wilding the fuck out. Wilding the fuck out here. Busting shit up. You bring too many us over here, and that's your customs. That's the customs of Esau Edom. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgressed by wine, which is talking about his philosophy, his doctrine, everything that he does. Okay? So it means transgressor by wine, his philosophies, his constitution. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, which means what? He has a damn bait, American Babylon the Great base everywhere in the fucking world, who enlarges his desire as hell. Okay, and that's talking about like, you know, like basically he's death, man. See, it says, and is as death and cannot be satisfied. Okay. Not talking about hell, you burn somewhere forever. That's what we talked about in Jonas, in the book of Jonah. He talked about how he was in the belly of hell. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a condition. His condition is as hell, man. It's a condition that he's putting us in. His desire is to put Jake in the fucking slavery. That's what the Lord programmed him to do. And is as death and cannot be satisfied. That's why he do this. But gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. That's what he does. Like, what are they talking about? All this other shit, man. All this other shit that he just like coming like, they're trying to replace us, motherfucker. We wouldn't even be here. The majority of Jake would not be here without y'all dumb, smart ass. Fucking idiot. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 18. This is what's going to get their ass taken out for this shit. And the house of Jacob, which is talking about Yahawah, okay, Israel, shall be a fire. In the house of Joseph, a flame. In the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it. And that is after the 1,000 years of slavery that you're going to go through. Okay? All the other nations are going to be able to be put back in their rightful places, and y'all just going to pay 10% and be tributaries to us forever, which means our servants. But you're going to like being our servants because we're going to take care of you. You can be straight. But Esau, even the so-called white man, is going to get burnt up. He's going to get through. He's going to get destroyed. And the Lord spoke that. That's plain, man. There ain't nothing where you can just, you know, you can't just take that and move around that. That's it. They're going to get destroyed. That's all we tell you. For all this stuff, they didn't keep all this together. Now they talking about ICE, talking about some, y'all are illegal aliens. Well, no, y'all the illegal aliens. Lord's gonna burn y'all ass up after you work for us 1,000 years. That's why I said Revelation chapter 13, verse 10, he who lead into captivity shall go into captivity. You're gonna pay for everything you did here. So turn it up, Esau. Turn it up as much as you can. Crank it all the way the fuck up, because this is the last time you get a chance to. And after that, you're done. You're done. You're not going to get no more chances to be wicked. So you might as well go all the way. Because the more you do, the more you're going to pay for it. So Shalom to Lake to Israel, hopefully Lake to Israel, Hebrew Israelites, so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, foreign slaves, like the other nations, scattered across 4 corners of the earth. I want to give all praise to Barak, I was shy. Double honor sales and Apostle Great Millstone, let us talk to this truth. Because they're going to come at us anyway. They're going to come down with great wrath anyways. So you might as well just go on ahead, do what y'all got to do, man. Do everything y'all got to do, bro. Because we're coming double fold. Double fold on your ass. Wow, Baba Bob, peace, blessed to the elect, Kwame Yasarala, Shalom.